Hello, guys. Welcome to the Frontline Podcast, the East vs West 12. We are here with famous people. We have Henry. Hello, Henry. How you doing, man?
Doing great.
We also have
the most famous VIP. Henry.
Paid actor.
I'm an actor. Yeah.
Yeah, a paid actor. Sorry, we have Tim as well from Wrestling Instagram account, guys. If you don't know it, just follow it. And we have Urtzi Hammer as well in the house.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, that was.
What's up, guys?
And of course, I mean, we have the most important of all of us, which is me. Dude, I mean, Armfellas.
It's Henry. It's Henry.
It's scary. So thank you.
He won an Oscar.
Yes. Thank you guys for being here today. I'm sure we're gonna have a very nice time talking a little bit of our experience in the East vs West. Wow, really, there's no really script rather than just talking among each other, sharing anecdotes. I do have a couple of questions that people has made to me, and I think it's very interesting. So I will just, if you're happy, guys, before of proceeding to any question or something, come on, guys, go ahead and say whatever you want to say now. Free time.
I guess I'll start. If you were on the fence about going to an event, go. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know if I would enjoy myself, and I had like 10 times more fun than I thought I would. So if you were thinking about it, definitely go to East vs West or any big event. You should definitely check it out because it's a blast. I don't know what else to say. It's a blast. You could all see I was having a lot of fun. So
yeah.
100%, I'd agree. I'd say for me, because I arrived quite late on the Friday, obviously like around the time of the press conference, pretty much. Such a quick visit. I slept very little. It would have been really nice, I think, to get there like a day or two before then as well, as athletes are arriving, and it's just a little bit quieter. That would have been amazing for me. But the actual experience of the event, seeing everyone, was just fantastic.
What can I say after 3 East versus West events in my back? If you can go, you need to go. If you are a real arm wrestling fan, I think it's very, very, very spectacular and very emotive event for the fans.
I mean, absolutely, man. It was my second East vs West, and yeah, the first one I really enjoyed because the previous one, when I had to translate and be in the corner of Rosa, obviously I was far more nervous. I was more focused on everything that was going through than really enjoying the event. But obviously this time I enjoy just like a kid, like a fan. And yeah, I mean, I watched some of the videos and memes. How about you, Henry?
Man, I have been all over, but you know, like after this, I'm doing Arm Historians podcast. He's having me on to like explain what happened. But like I'm like an emote in the arm wrestling Discord now, so people can send my face looking all goofy.
Yeah.
It's just like it's just gotten like ridiculous. And then Engen made the video with my face, and I'm just like
thumbnail. Yeah.
But I'm on like my 15th minute of fame. Like it's almost all over. So yeah.
It's a tricky one because I think you guys are so famous because you're all literally on the center screen of all of those matches. And I was really fortunate to be on the stage but tucked away in the corner. But I was very conscious of occasionally appearing on the stream and stuff, but trying to keep my face kind of cool looking and neutral. But
hey,
you guys,
Tim, you're a smart guy. I was not even thinking about it at all. Every reaction you saw was 100% how I felt and authentic. And then I look back and I was like, I was doing that. Like,
man.
I couldn't even believe it. You know,
you did.
I
remember obviously just being there as well and enjoying on the top of the cameras. It's a pity that neither Elsum and his brother Ali could join us today because, well, life is life and they're busy. Next time, guys, sorry for that. But yeah, man, I do remember the first time on the first round when you're starting to go off, Henry. I started giggling all over, laughing because I saw you, man, doing like this all of that, and I was there, and I just came down to laugh on the shoulder of Elsum because it was
I saw that.
hilarious. I saw your reaction, and I was enjoying like like you guys, like what the fuck? Like, yeah, it
I
was
mean, that's how we all felt. All of us were
yeah,
like, what the fuck? Like in that
exactly.
moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That
famous
moment
painting, the
was
scream.
epic moment.
yeah.
When Larratt stops Levan was epic moment.
That's
Also,
only happening once. We're never gonna see that again,
I
ever. And no one
I
thought we
think
would
so.
see it then. So that was
that
pretty great.
that was it. That was pure history, man. Even Urtzi, I remember when he stopped seeing you, Henry, doing that. I even looked to you, and you were serious, super serious, Tim. And then looking straight away to Urtzi, and Urtzi was like, yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. I mean, because also part of the reason why I think I was so surprised is because of all the VIPs, I probably was the most certain Levon would win, and I put the most effort into predicting the match. So that combined with the fact that I had all this money on the match, I'd been telling all the VIPs I know Levon's gonna win. Like that face is shock, it's horror, and then there's like a fan deep inside of me that's like, this is so cool. And like all of that just came together to just like, you know? So yeah, what a great moment. What a great moment.
Right, yeah. It was history, guys, and we were there. And yes, to me, sometimes it's hard
Yes,
to see
yes.
myself on the videos on the reels because it's like, oh my god, there I am as well. But am I there? Just said, fuck it.
I've also seen some comments about you, Daniel, because every single match you are just smiling tooth to tooth. Like there's no like surprise, there's no shock, there's no like what's going on. You're literally just the
Yeah,
whole
man.
time. You were just having a
Enjoy,
wonderful
It's
time,
enjoy,
you know?
enjoy. Yeah, yeah.
it's just because
That
I
is
am.
that is male. That is male.
It's just
Uh-huh.
because um a friend of Spain called Basil, he even called me Daniel Sadico, Danny the sadistic, because sometimes I have that smile, like like mad, crazy, something like that. And it's because yeah, I enjoy the blood. Let's just say I enjoy the fighting and so on. When something is going that much, yeah, I do enjoy it a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
even especially in the first match of well, the first match, sorry, the match between Denis and Devon. I remember looking at the hand and the setup, what Devon was doing with the hand and so on. And I remember, yes, I was smiling like a crazy and mad guy because I was enjoying the moment and I was seeing everything I was going through and I was just experiencing it. And I was smiling to myself and like, what the like he's so good, Devon, and everything. I was just enjoying. Yeah. I was just enjoying, and also because I had a lot of laugh with my friend Urtzi because Urtzi was super. With all the respect, he was very upset with Denis, and I was like watching the match and then watching my friends Urtzi. He was super upset, and
I
I
was
was
very
laughing like,
nervous.
ah.
I was very nervous in that match. Yes, yes.
Do you guys have
I
a
was
favorite
with
match that you've watched? Sorry,
What Tim?
I was asking if you guys have a favorite match that you watched in either this East to West versus West or in a previous one. Have you been to others, Henry? Was this your
No,
first one?
this was my first and like definitely not my last though, because this was just so fun, you know. But
yes.
like my favorite for that event was probably Schoolboy versus Leonidas because I thought Schoolboy would win, but just for fun, I placed a bet with another VIP that Leonidas would win. So like it's rare that you get to cheer for an underdog and actually win, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so in that match, I see the first round, I'm like, okay, Schoolboy's gonna win. Whatever. He's new to arm wrestling. Then the second round, he's kind of getting something going. I'm like, okay. And then the third round, he cracks his wrist, and I'm just like, holy shit, Leonidas like has a good shot of winning. And then when they repealed that round from Schoolboy, they took that round from Schoolboy and gave it to Leonidas. I was like, this is on. Like there is a
Yes.
very real chance Leonidas could win. So that match was
Yeah.
super exciting. Yeah.
He did very well.
Yeah.
Like an Ermes.
What was your favorite match, Urchi?
There were a lot of very good matches that night. I don't know. Maybe the first one of Lugo
Oh,
That was a great match.
was a fucking war. I love it. I love it. And the match of Samusia too. It was a very quick long, but because Kazakhstan people was every time asking to the referees for the videos, and it make it a little long, but was a very tough match. Very, very tough match, and I love it. I like the whole event because we have only maybe at the end of the event we have a couple of mid matches. They make it quicker than the whole event because we have in every single match a fucking war.
Yeah.
Till the last three, because Muratov against Ermes and Kurdesa and Georgie was quick. Those matches weren't quick, but all the matches were very, very tough matches. Matches who makes fans.
Absolutely.
And you, Tim?
Wait, oh, no, not you.
Yeah, probably Samusha and Ida Khan as well, because there's so much on the line. Having David come back and defend his title so many times now, that's just crazy impressive. But again, they're fairly constant disruptions of like going back to the referees and broke up the pace a little bit, which is a bit of a shame. And I quite enjoyed Mindago Sarasitis against Makarov as well. I was thinking that Minda would just run away with it with that top roll, but Makarov too strong, so a good time for a reset on the narrative with Minda. I think see what he can come back with next time.
In my opinion, obviously, for example, Urtzi, I agree with you. The fight of Nugo, it was very good, and it was a bit of charismatic. Perhaps charismatic doesn't mean the same as in Spanish, I suppose. Like sympathetic, like funny, likable.
Yeah,
like
right.
Nugo, because Nugo had a couple of moments like no and so on that we all laughed.
I definitely want him to come back. He seems like a good character.
It was a beautiful,
like striding around like Conor McGregor, wasn't
yes, exactly, yeah. So very quickly, my favorite matches, and obviously the ones I felt the most, obviously the Nugo, I like it so much. Then obviously, I mean Fran Lamparelli, because Michael Todd, of course. It's a lot of people complaining about the referees and so on. I'm not gonna make any comments about it. Yeah, I mean, it's what it is. I mean, in general, not only for the match of Frank and Michael Todd, they were complaining as well. With people will complain, yeah, fine, but just talking about the matches which matters. The Nugo, Frank, Samusia, what a war. Kamil Jablonski. I was serious in that match. I didn't have a smile on the whole day because I was so tense for Kamil all the time. Even you were telling me to sit down many times, Urtzi, and tell you have to sit down. You have to sit down then. Because I was nervous I was tense for Kamil. I was thinking like, right, is he gonna make it? Just because I know the guy and so on. But anyway, and then aside from the mass media and all these matches, I was curious about the match of Fia and Ekaterina. And obviously, Fia was dominant. So yeah, I mean, it's curious. It's very, very curious. Yeah.
You want me to say an interesting story about that match?
Sure.
So on ArmBet, they had put that match up. I'd heard that it was a 50-50 match, and that gets put up, and Fia sold out in like 2 seconds. Everyone bought Fia, and nobody bought Ekaterina for like 2 months. They put like $10 on her. So after I saw that, I was like, okay, well, Fia's gonna whack her. But then my friend sends me this Russian betting site, and on the Russian betting site, Fia is like, or Ekaterina is like a 5-1 favorite. And I was like, this isn't right. Like on ArmBet, it's like a not even close. And then over here, you can make like a 4-time multiplier on Fia. So then I'm just thinking, I'm like, shit, like what is this match going to look like? You know what I'm saying? Going into it, I felt Fia would win. But after seeing that, I was like, dude, I don't know anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like my
Yeah.
confidence just shot down. And it turned out it ended out just like Armbet probably predicted it would. But I was super torn going into that first go. But once you saw the first go, like it just took everything. There was no chance, you know?
Good. Just to let you know, my friend, you have to send me the link of that Russian site because I might just want to bet as well there.
You can only put money on it if you are a Russian citizen.
Okay, what a pity.
Trust me, I was ready to put some money on Via, but you know, not available.
Was that the same with all the Russian athletes on the card? Like, was Makarov like a really heavy favorite to beat Minder as well?
Well, what was interesting, they only had a few matches to begin with, and then next to the event, they added a ton more. But it didn't seem weirdly biased. Most of them were deemed very close. Which looking at the event, most of them were very close, so fair enough. But yeah, there were very few, like Schoolboy was a pretty big favorite against Leonidas. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Levon was a favorite against Devon, as I had predicted. Makes sense. But pretty much everything was like pretty close. Like maybe one would be a slight favorite, other would be a slight favorite, but nobody was like particularly one-sided except for that match. That was the most one-sided match for a Katarina, which made my head just blow up like this. That makes no sense. But so yeah.
Amazing, guys. So I do have some questions. Well, not many, but some of them are interesting, and I'm just going to. Oh, fantastic! It has been locked. Bear with me. I'm just going to disconnect the unlock the phone screenshots. Here we go. Right. Oh no, I've lost it. Hey, where are you? Right. So this is a very okay. This is one of the questions I received the most. Obviously, it's like easy questions for you guys. Do you think if Devon was heavier, he could have won the match?
No.
How much heavier?
Yeah.
How much heavier?
If he was like 160 kilos lean,
As heavy as Levan,
well,
yes. As heavy
But
as
like-
Levan, yes.
but it like there would be no way his 50-year-old body could get heavy enough to ever beat Levon ever. He would need to be like, I would say maybe 150 kilos. And if he's 150 kilos, he's not as lean as or he's not as endurable as he normally is. So the dynamics of the match are different. There was no world he could have beaten him without being like way heavier.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's the internet is bloating right now with videos about predictions, analysis, what was wrong, why Devon lose, and so on. Even, for example, some interesting analysis like the one that Paul made indeed the other day on the channel, Tim. I don't know if you watched it, but it was pretty interesting analysis. Right, we are not Nostradamus, my friends, but definitely, yeah, I don't think if Devon was, I mean, if he was like 160 kilograms lean, yeah, but otherwise, difficult. So, next question, my friends. This is very interesting because three guys made me the same question. I mean, three guys making the same question, having in consideration that I don't have a very big community, I consider them a lot. But some of them, they were asking me, how much money did we pay to be in the front line? Quick
Well,
answer.
I got paid. I don't know about you guys. I got paid to act at the event. So maybe you guys paid to get your seat.
All
but,
right,
you know,
yeah.
Me,
Right.
I got 10% of the pay-per-view sales, you know?
Yeah, all right, yeah. That's right.
But yeah, it's 1,500, right?
15. Yeah, I mean, that's the point. I mean, guys, nobody pays money for being in the front line. You pay for becoming a VIP, period. Then you sit wherever you go. What happened is that now, with Elsum, Ali, Urtzi and I, and now you, Henry, we have a mafia. So it's like we're exactly. So nobody's gonna take our place. We are.
I have Elsum.
No.
If he sits somewhere and he says, "You can't sit here," Henry's coming back.
It belongs to us.
Yes, that's our place. That's our place forever.
Yeah. So
yeah,
but if you want to get on the stage, then you just pay your entry fee like me. So the 50 euros for the event. And I was sat in the stadium, and then halfway through, Engin calls to the crowd between matches and says, "We want to fill out some spaces on the side, sort of first come, first served." And because I'm old and fat, took me a while to get up there, so I managed to just about get a seat at the end. So on the stage, but sort of watching the athletes' backs.
I felt a little bit. I felt a little bit like cheese when I saw it, because I'm just like, these guys didn't pay 1,500 and they get just as good a seat as me. But I want the most people to have the best seats, so I get it.
Yeah, I mean, in the end,
I'll
it's
take it. I'll take it.
yeah, I mean, in the end, that's the main difference, I suppose. It could be, yeah, it could feel a little bit unfair. Yeah, I got it. For example, when we were at the beginning, there were a couple of guys there that were just not VIPs, and the kids, remember, Urtzi, those kids that they wanted to sit in the front, and we have to kick them out. I mean, not really kicking them out, but telling them, you're not VIPs, and obviously there's VIPs that are waiting to sit here. You have to move. But obviously, yeah, I suppose it's another related question, like the benefits that we get for becoming VIPs, guys. And I think it's pretty clear. I mean, we have the dinner or lunch with the athletes, the professional pictures, photos with the athletes, having the chance to sat on the row. And so that's, I think, well, obviously the merchandise, part of the merchandise for being VIPs. And I think that really that's it.
Press conference and can ask there, like a VIP, the event, the 3 nights to sleep there with the 3 breakfasts too. This is pretty nice. I think so.
And I don't think it's really expensive though, between two guys.
I don't think so. It's very. It's nice. It's nice. Isn't to go every event like a VIP, but once for a year you can go like a VIP and enjoy there like we did.
It seems that our friend Henry get bored and just left the room. Henry, there he comes. What's up, buddy?
I'm sick. I was getting some Dayquil, and you guys were talking, so I was just like, okay, I'll run over real fast.
Oh, fair enough, buddy.
I have wireless headphones, so I heard everything though.
Oh, all right, fair enough, man. Just talking about the benefits of being a VIP, obviously. But yeah. So
I've just got a little point to add on that, actually, if that's all right. I think
sure.
with East versus West, as each event's getting bigger and more popular as well, and I think fans are sort of saying how good the event is as well, it's going to encourage more people to come. I've had 2 or 3 people message me and ask about my experience, and I'm going to give them some details about how best to travel there based on the experience with you guys and stuff. I can imagine at some point in the near future there's going to be more kind of like barriers at the events to stop the general audience, because I think for the athletes they're just overwhelmed at times. If they're really popular with people coming up asking for pictures and stuff, it's a bit much for them close to the event. So they're going to have to sort of separate things a bit more. So access for VIPs will be sort of guaranteed still. But I think for the average fan, it's going to be a bit harder as these events get bigger and bigger. So my advice is to get to one soon if you can, and really enjoy it.
I absolutely agree with you. And I don't think I am the only one saying that. Most likely we are right now in the first years of the UFC, if you want a comparison. That it was on the floor and now everything. So a VIP right now it's not cheap, but it's something you can do. And you still have the chance of being able to talk to the athletes like normal human beings. I mean, you can approach them, you can hatch up with them, you can have the chance to really build up a relationship with them, a friendship whatsoever. In a few years, if the money comes in and so on, that is going to change for sure, I believe. That is going to change for sure.
Yeah, like Paul Lynn, captain of the West, was at the bar in the evenings, hanging out, having a beer. You come up and, take a selfie with him and stuff. In a couple of years, it's going to be a bit too busy to do that. He'll probably want to because he's a really good guy like that, but it'll just be too much. And so they'll have like a separate bar where athletes go, and then it's like
it's
just
already
VIPs only.
It's already far enough that you don't really see Devon and Levon milling around in the lobby during the day, because like they know they're going to get swarmed. I mean, you look at Devon after the match, he like instantly went into the cave and I guess found some way around to his hotel room. My dad actually walked past him in the hallway on his way to the room. He was like 2 rooms over from us. And he just said, congrats, you did a good job. He goes, thanks, buddy. And he walked off to his room. But yeah, like they already can't really walk around the lobby, and there's just going to be more and more fans and more athletes who are that famous. So we're in the golden age where if you're a fan right now, you get a A+ experience with very low barrier for entry. You just show up, but that's only going to get worse because they just can't, they can't maintain this level of like personality, But yeah, it's
Yes.
great.
100%.
Which takes me to the next question, which is obviously, please guys, feel free to tell anything about it. I want to ask you guys, how did you meet your idols or your athletes? I want you to tell me, please, a couple of anecdotes, because when you mentioned about the bar, I remember how I met Travis. You were there, and you as well. But I will shut up from now. So please, Henry, tell us, how did you met some of your idols, please, just to share this experience of how they approachable they are and so on.
Well, there's a few of them that I'm going to be honest are not as nice and fun as they seem on camera, but I will only talk about the ones that I think were great. Georgi Svetkov is a class act dude. He was walking into the restaurant. It's me, Skylar, and his girlfriend are having dinner. Yeah, he's limping into the restaurant. He's walking past, we're saying hello, and I say, "You want to come sit down with us for dinner?" And he goes, "Okay." And he comes, sits down. He sat down for like 4 hours and told stories about arm wrestling and, and then at the end, he insisted he pay for our bill. He's like, no, don't worry about it. I'll pay for everything, like everything. I cannot say enough good things about Georgi Svetkov. If you meet him, coolest dude ever. The other guy who's also the coolest dude ever is Paul Lynn, but I think everyone kind of knows Paul Lynn's the coolest dude ever. Yeah. But Paul Lynn is like, talking to him, it feels like I'm talking to a fan. Like, it doesn't even feel like I'm a fan of him and he's an athlete. He's just like a dude who's there to experience it with you and everyone else. So Paul Lynn's great guy. Alex Kodech is cool as well. I could go on, but Georgi Svetkov gets my like A+ rating. Super cool guy.
Yes, he's super cool.
Yes. For me too. I meet Georgi in the 3 events. I had a very good relationship with him, like a friend. And yes, for the first time I meet him, it's like Henry says that now. It's very, very humble person, very kind person, human being. And I'm agree with Pauline too. I choose those two, like Henry. Very, very nice people. Very nice people.
I think for me, again, a bit like I said earlier, arriving like kind of late on the Friday, guys are gearing up post press conference, their matches the following day, getting some rest. So maybe I didn't get to meet as many guys as I may have done if I'd have arrived a few more days earlier. But I got to see Georgi briefly, again, limping into the restaurant kind of late one night. I'm lucky to meet him before, actually, at the dark card of Arm Wars last year when he had a match with Devon. So, and he recognized me again, and we chatted a little bit. So he came in and said hello briefly, and I asked how he was, but then I was conscious he was going to get some food and then go off to sleep. So I didn't want to bug him too much and take up too much of his time as well, because he was willing to stay and chat, which is just super cool. And yeah, meeting Paul Lynn for the first time was amazing. The guy is absolutely jacked out of his mind. It's incredible. And so friendly, but I think it's a tricky one, isn't it? Because I think most of these guys got into this before it's like popular. They've been arm wrestling for so long. They're sort of good dudes to train with first and foremost, as opposed to like celebrities who can switch on that kind of. I think it's a different social gear, isn't it, to be able to like smile and interact with people that you don't even know at all, who come up to you like they know you want to grab your hand and take a picture with you. It's a bit of a strange thing, and I think it takes getting used to and practice, and especially if it's not your first language. So massive respect to all those guys who spent the time to interact with fans, who weren't, I guess if they're meeting you at VIP and stuff, they're kind of told that these are VIPs. You've got to make sure you spend some time with them, answer some questions, and be cool, because that's what you're paying for as well, isn't it? So yeah.
So I mean, obviously, I had a chance to met obviously Paul Lynn. I agree with you, and the same guy, same as you guys. Especially such a cool guy, such a nice soul, gentleman, and also good because we have friends in common, Sabrina and so on. So perfect. Brandon Elsesser as well. a true gentleman as well, and very, very nice to talk to. I had the chance also to train a little bit and have a chat a little bit with Auden Larratt, which obviously is something that you really realize or know this when you are with these guys, you know, they are famous and so on. And when I was in the gym, and when you are in the atmosphere with all the guys, you can really tell that more or less picture what you were saying earlier on, Henry, the kind of social pressure for the fame, or everybody wants to picture you. For example, what I saw is like everybody was trying, or many people was trying to pull with Auden, see how strong. So like that must be fucking, sorry for that, for my excuse my English, but that must be like, yeah, okay.
Do you mind if I say something about that?
Yeah.
So I was actually having dinner with him at the like the grill dinner. He was saying that he hated having to practice with people because everybody is trying to beat him.
Yeah.
No one's trying to learn. They all want to say, "Oh, I beat Auden." You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's like, because he's famous, but then also much more beatable than the actual athletes, and will actually pull with you. So he was basically just saying like it was just very low quality practice, because practice is good when we're both trying to improve and learn. Everyone goes there with the goal of I'm gonna beat Auden, and I'm gonna tell everyone how I beat Auden.
And especially when people goes to do air pulling, or on the table of the bench, on in a bench of the gym or something, you know, it's like, guys, I mean, it's like, say, I mean, I saw it. I did have my own little feeling with Auden, but that was just for ego. That was just like to shake his hand, you know, just to see how big it is with me and something like that. Just that's it. That's it. You don't want to know the guy. You don't want to disrespect him. But obviously you get it, because when I was in the gym with them, I was recording a couple of just for the reels whatsoever, and you can tell like obviously, because I don't really know the guy, and like what is he going to do with the recordings, you know, because we are not lifting much weight and so on. But you can tell like the pressure for being famous and so on. It's that.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm going to share a funny anecdote though. With athletes and so on, I'm not really a fanboy. I don't really want to be able like a fanboy, you know, like whoever. But one of my idols, and the guys I wanted to always meet, it was Travis.
Cool guy.
Yeah, and I think,
yeah.
yeah, and I think the way I met Travis, it was probably one of the worst ways you can meet a guy ever, because if I ever had a chance to talk to him like a normal human being, that chance is over. Because when I met him and I talked to him, I was a little bit, you know. So yeah, bye. Excellent first impression, Daniel. Excellent first impression, buddy. But well, life goes on.
You know what? He was probably drunk too, so it's okay.
Yeah, whatsoever. But anyway.
Did you tell him you're the greatest, did you?
Oh yeah, of course, Danny, of course. But yeah, it was funny. And another of the guys I really met enjoying, of course, yeah, Kurdecha, super funny, super charismatic, super nice, cool, and huge. That guy is huge, like a mountain.
Yes, he's
So good. How many hours of sleep did you have, guys?
How many?
How many hours of proper sleep did you have, guys?
There.
Like are you saying on the event day or when?
In general.
I mean, tonight I got like 8, but
No. During the event, obviously. During the event.
Well, yeah, like on the event, I probably slept 4 or 5 hours. Like it was maybe 4 a.m. when I actually got to bed. I didn't do any after partying too. Event ended, I just was like, I'm going to bed.
Yeah, me too. I had to take the flight the next morning at 9:20 in the morning. I only sleep 3 hours and go to the airport. Everything went okay with passport and all the stuff, but it was hard to me after 7 hours of event. I sleep only almost 3 hours, go to the airport, and every flight to home, 3 flights to home, many hours, but but the weekend was spectacular, wonderful.
Yeah, same. Like probably about 6-7 hours in total over the weekend. Got about 2.5 on the last night because the event finished at 3:30. Went to bed about 4:30. Sort of woke up at like 7 for to get ready to leave for the airport. So yeah, again, probably pick a later flight following day or something if I go in future.
Yeah, me is similar. I didn't really sleep much for those couple of days, especially the last day. Just I had like 2 hours, 3 hours of sleep probably. And I was traveling with Tim to the airport and so on, and I was completely zombie.
You were,
Half, half of my brain didn't work. So I was like, obviously I was super happy that we were together, Tim, because I was completely out. So yeah, that's a very good lesson I learned. Next time I will take an extra day to stay there, chill out, and then next day travel back home. Because on Monday at work, and maybe I shouldn't tell this, but the Monday at work was one of the toughest days I have in my life. You know, where like I was there, but I wasn't there. I did. If my manager is watching this, I did a very good job, all right? But I could be in a better position. And I have just sent a link to Skylar because I completely forgot about him. And I said,
I completely forgot to tell you, he has a sinus infection and an ear infection. He is like way messed up. Yeah, because he messaged me this morning. I forgot to tell you, but yeah, he can't do it. He's like he can't even talk.
Okay, that's fine. Then I feel good. I feel good because
I'll show you.
Yeah, you were on top of it. We didn't forget about him. Skylar, I'm sorry, my friend. I'm sorry. Because I sent him the link right now anyway. But yeah, guys. So we were having just a match. Who's the strongest? Who's the best of all of us? Now really. We were just discussing the matches. I was going to do another question because just to catch up with what we were saying. We just had who was our how did we met some of our athletes or idols, matches that we enjoy? How was our overall experience? How long we could rest, and how people is most likely getting on with or harass? No, but sometimes like going to the famous guys. It's not really very much complicated questions, except maybe, and here we go into the world of Nostradamus again, guys. What kind of matches would you like? If you could choose one match or two matches for one or two athletes, which ones would you like to see next?
I love that question.
For
a long time, or I have a stutter. You can go.
There are too many matches to see and to do. I would love to see Soloev in East versus West. I would love because we have a very good lightweight division with Daniel, with Tarasatis, Makarov now. We have Yanis too, but after see what dominance was Makarov with Tarasatis and see how easy, maybe it's not easy, but how dominant was in the last fight Soloev with Makarov. I would love to see in super match format in East versus West to Soloev. And I'm very would love to see Kurdesa pull Levancho because I see now Alex is in a very, very good form. He improved very well. He's big enough to and close to Levan's size. And we know Alex is very good and wrestler, very good to roller, and is improving a lot. I think he could give Levan a very tough match. But there are many matches to do. That's why Engin is bringing us every time a best event, every time, another time, because we have a lot of things to different very good matches to do, and it's very nice for the sport.
You, Tim, please, for example, or you prefer to go first, Henry?
Oh, I'll go, sure. I'm getting one of my dream matches very soon. It's Vitali versus Jerry. That one, I said like probably a year ago I wanted that match. And then Engin had told us at some point, like, oh yeah, I set Vitali and Jerry for next event. And I just went like, no way, we got like the perfect match. So that match I've wanted for a really long time. I'm crazy, but I'm pretty sure Jerry will completely destroy him. That's my prediction. I haven't done the keys for the prediction, which is how I will bet and do things like that. But I'm pretty sure Jerry would win. And I am pretty sure that everyone will tell me I'm wrong, and then I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be right. So
Let's see.
That's the perfect way I love a prediction to go. But that, and then I'd also love to see really want to see Morozov if he beats Ivan Matyashenko. Let's get Morozov and Vitali. I think it's so unbelievable that we don't know who the best left arm on the planet is. And the fact that we're arguing over 3 people, like, let's get some matches to answer this. I know Alijan is better than Morozov because Morozov ducked him from King of the Table. He was offered Alijan. He said, I'm not ready yet. So, but then I think Alijan would get whacked by Vitali. I think Vitali would be able to roll out. So I don't really think that's an interesting match, but Vitali versus Morozov, maybe. But I'm pretty sure Vitali's the best left arm in the world, but he just we don't have any opportunity to prove it. I think that's so crazy. So let's get the proof. Let's know who the best left arm is,
Yeah.
There's some great picks there.
Yeah.
Yes. For me, the main thing is that I'm really excited that we can have these events in such like a high frequency now. Like I think Engin was saying, every month and a half, there's something going on. King of the Table, East versus West, where we're seeing these guys face off, and that's the really exciting bit. And I guess I'll leave the matchmaking up to the Engins and the Neil Pickups in the world who know the depths of technique and where these guys will go together. But yeah, being able to see like the top left hand of the world, like who's that going to be, putting those guys together inside the year is just absolutely awesome. So the next East versus West is already looking really stacked. Devon, Nadi Khan, we say it's at 105 or 115? What was the
105.
105. I can't see Devon doing anything other than just running through him personally, given that he would pretty much be number 2 in the world on the right arm open weight anyway. But cool to see Nadi Khan have the opportunity. It's really exciting, and I hope maybe the smaller promotions have opportunities to sort of have these high profile matches as well. Certainly this guy Richard Borman from South Africa, who's over in Australia with Ryan Bowen and Lachlan. His performance at the AWA Grand Prix was just really impressive, and it just puts a lot of question marks around him as an athlete, where he's going to go. I mean, so much potential. He's not been arm wrestling very long.
Might be interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's those potentials, isn't it, to we want to see together.
Because I would think Bacho, but what if? There would be a little voice in the back of my head that's like, he fucked up Lachlan. I mean, I don't know. Did you guys see the video of Ryan Bowen explaining what happened in the practice footage?
And also talking about Ryan Bowen, Alex called him out. He made a video earlier this morning. Wow.
Did you guys see the video of Ryan explaining the practice footage with Rijkaard and Lachlan?
I think
basically, yeah.
Carry on, please.
Rijkaard practiced for 45 minutes with 30 different guys. Lachlan on the side warmed up to get ready to face this guy, and he got flash pinned 3 times. So assuming that's true, which I don't know if it's true, because Ryan has been known to, you know, a little bit inflate some things here and there. But if that's true, that this guy who's arm wrestled for a year just like practiced for 45 minutes and then ran through Lachlan like he was nothing after that, that's a really, really, really serious contender for like world titles in very soon, very soon.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
So
yeah, I want to see him against this guy's like match for match, fresh. I don't know how fresh Lachlan was after. Sorry, before that as well, where he's in his training and stuff. So.
He said he was fresh, like he said he was ready. That was the
Oh,
point.
okay.
So he came in like he only warmed up and then got on the practice table and went at 100% and supposedly got blown through. It sounds like a ghost story though. It sounds like you drink a little bit and then you say this.
Yeah.
But if that's true, that's pretty unbelievable.
Yeah.
So
and this speculation really excites the fans to sort of discuss and put forward opinions, and then it encourages engagement. I think that the sport really needs that at this stage as well, doesn't it? More of that momentum.
Absolutely.
About just to going outside a little bit of the media, let's just say, about speculations on matches, I'm going to broom a little bit towards my country, let's just say. I don't know, Urtzi, you can call me delusional though, but he's not in his prime, he's not in his best moment, man, but Tarasaitis Ivan Portela, it wouldn't be
Yes.
It would be nice. If you don't know who's Ivan Portela, he's the Spanish GOAT. He's 10 times world champion in the WAF, 75 kilograms, if I'm not wrong. So it's like,
Wow.
he is
In the same weight class.
So that would be a good match, or with a Janis Amolin, someone like this, But yeah. But then talking about famous matches and so on. Oh yeah, that's right. Talking about the card of Florida. I wonder who is going to pull against Travis. I'm curious about it. I'm very, very curious.
Yeah.
But future matches that I would like to see, hard to say. Because I'm really looking forward Lars and Michael Todd, and then if Lars loses against Michael Todd, see Frank Lamparelli has the chance to pull Lars. That would be very interesting. Perché io le faccio sostegno a Frank. I mean, because I fully support Frank, obviously, for obvious reasons, and because he's a very good puller. But yeah, that's really the match I'm really looking for outside of the famous matches. I would say, yeah, I would really love to see Lars and Frank Lamparelli.
You want me to tell you what?
Yeah, please.
Do you want me to tell you? I had a little birdie tell me who Travis might be pulling in that event. Little birdie told me he might pull Devon left-handed at some point. There is at least talks of that happening. I don't know, probably not at that event, because I think that event they're really doing East versus West. But I definitely had a little birdie that looks a lot like Engen say that might be happening. So, I don't know.
Tell us, share your secret with us. Come on, tell us.
Well, that is the secret. Engen told me that that match very possibly will happen. But, like, nothing is final until the ink is dry. And especially with Travis, the ink can be dry and then he'll rip up the paper. So, like, you never know with Travis. I don't even know if he'll even be at that event because he keeps saying he will be, but this time it feels a little more serious. I really do think he will be there. Engen told me this time Travis reached out to him and said, I want a match, I'm ready. Every time it's Travis, him asking Travis this time came to him. So, I feel like that holds some weight, but I don't know if the Devon versus Travis match is true, but if so, that's pretty interesting. I can't imagine Devon would lose, but at the same time, if Travis gets, if he's really taking it serious, that motherfucker was one of the best left arms ever. So it's possible.
Tough match for a comeback, I would say. But yeah.
Yeah.
Any more conspiracies, guys? Any more secrets you would like to share?
It's not a conspiracy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Got to happen at some point, isn't it? Really, I mean, two of the biggest names in the sport got to come together. it's also awesome having Travis involved in the commentary as well. I hear nothing but good things about his energy that he brings. He can turn it on at a drop of a hatch. It's amazing. I'd be really excited to see John Brzezinski, of course, back on the table at some point. He's pretty much been, I think, resting up since his last match. I know his shoulder's not good, but any chance we can have John in the sport in any capacity is just a win for arm wrestling, I think. So lucky to have him around.
All right. I think for Florida might be a record in numbers of VIPs guests, because I heard Burst as well.
Oh,
yeah, it seems that or it could be that the event in Florida is gonna be freaking huge, something very worthy to see, because I mean, you are in the States, right, Henry?
oh, I'm 100% going to Florida. So is Skylar. We're both going. Yeah.
All right, guys.
We're both already locked in for that.
I feel a little bit of envy. Healthy one, of course.
When is the Florida event? In September, maybe?
No, I think it's August 10th. August 10th.
Oh, August. Okay.
Yeah. Which also, how lucky are we that we get the best event ever? 6 weeks later, we get Ermes and Denis. 4 weeks later, we get Devon World Championship. And then 4 weeks later, or 5 weeks later, we get like the greatest East versus West match, like as of Eastern versus Western athletes. Like, it's literally like every month we're getting like stuff that before we would wait 5 years for, and we would have to run YouTube polls to think
It's
about.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's
So
crazy.
this is crazy. Like 3 years ago, every event that's about to come up would be the new biggest event ever. Like it would be like the new biggest event 5 times in a row, you know?
Yeah. Yes.
I say no, right? We'll see what happens between Denis and Ermes. That will be very interesting, and because I think Levant, if I'm not wrong, Levant said that he would like obviously to pull the winner of that match, and he would really like to pull Denis, but he's not really thinking that Denis is gonna beat Ermes, because Ermes right now is a different DAO, is a different animal. He has been training so much, he has been improving. We will see, obviously, but let's see let's see the improvement of my friend. I mean, Ermes is. I can't wait to see the match. I can't wait to see the match.
You know, I was talking to my friend about this, and he said, I can think of a way of Ermes winning, right? He can't imagine a way that Denis pins Ermes. Like I can't even think what lane would he do it in. I'm almost certain Ermes will win that match, because I don't even like, is he gonna pull Ermes into a hook? Is he gonna top roll Ermes? Like I can't even think of a way for him to actually pin Ermes. So I'm pretty sure Ermes will just blow through him. But at the same time, it's like that round 1, I could be doing this again, because it could be like a shocking moment, you know? So maybe he reinvents himself, but I feel like Ermes will win that one.
Yeah.
On paper, Ermes should win. But as Engin and Levant said in the last interview, that if Denis could take the risk to Ermes, could win, but depends in how form Denis come, how much he improved from the last time fight with Devon. We know that Ermes is very dangerous and is top 3 right now. But as Levan says that Denis will be hungry for a win now. Let's see what's happened. I can't see, like Henry says, that how Denis could win to Ermes. But we will see.
Any comments, Tim?
Only that I can see maybe Denis having that hand control mean, his hand and wrist is so big. People don't tend to like crack him back very easily at all. And he's also got tremendous back pressure. So maybe that open top roll, if he can contain and gas out Ermes a little bit. See if Ermes can, if he can get the explosive start, get to his position. But yeah, really exciting match again. It's incredible.
I'm going to make a question about the forgotten guy, Genadi.
Yeah.
I can really wait to see Genadi back. I can really
me
wait to
too.
see him. He was looking huge. Remember when he was celebrating?
I stood next to him. That guy is the widest guy I've ever met.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he's just like, he's only like maybe 2 inches taller than 1 inch taller than me, but he is just so wide. Like, I would maybe argue probably wider than Levon or maybe about the same. But like, he was just like this in front of me. And I just, I was like, holy shit, that guy's going to be good when he comes back.
Gosh, which one will be his match, man? I would like to see a rematch, obviously, between Devon and him, and Devon and Genadi, because everything is tangled up a little bit right now. But I don't know when he's going to pull back, but I can't really wait to see Genadi. Honestly, I'm
he
a
was
really
actually
fan of
saying
him.
he might be ready in April, but he wasn't. But
Yeah.
like, he's like there, like he's not like, oh, it could be 6 more months. He's like, I'm kind of getting ready and give me a match. So he like, I think there's a very real shot. I'm gonna just make a Nostradamus prediction here. Jerry will beat Vitali, and then afterwards, Jerry will say he wants a match in Florida against Genadi. That's my prediction.
Maybe.
That would be pretty cool if I called this far out, but
dude,
yeah.
if Genadi is pulling in Florida, I'm just going to Florida in a banana boat if it is necessary. And I'm gonna watch it for sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
Sleep on the floor of my hotel room, no problem.
Fair enough, though. Fair enough. Like, right.
Yeah, I mean, if that happens, I'm like probably will go as VIP for sure.
So, guys, next question, which is very simple, nothing very complicated, nothing crazy. But if each of you more or less could tell us what is your outcome of the experience, like what was your, so it's like because we all come back from the East versus West, we all have this hangover of emotions and experiences and so on. It's like we're talking about the event, yes, the matches and so on, fine, yeah, but what was the real experience for you of being in the East versus West 12? What is the thing that you will take with you home, like the best part of the experience, aside obviously from the matches?
I guess I'll go first and say I'm still kind of processing it, I'll be honest, as well. It's weird seeing this place so frequently, the hotel and the stage and stuff, and then it's a different thing being there in person and getting to walk around and see the athletes everywhere. Yeah, still a bit shell shocked by it, and getting to hang out with these guys and meet them was just absolutely incredible. Really fortunate. I really hope I can go again.
For me, like I was they were all a lot bigger than I thought. I mean, just as a step one, there was a few where I was just like, I think the first athlete I met actually the first guy I ever saw was Levon. He had landed at the hotel and he went to the breakfast, and I was there like way earlier than everyone else. And I see Angan in front of me getting breakfast. And I was like, oh, hello. And he goes, look who's here. And he points over, and I just see like a fucking brick house. And I'm just like, holy shit, that's Levon. So I sort of like, I got set up perfectly to not be too surprised because I saw the big one first, and then everyone else looks, small. But the way I met Devon too was I was walking out of the auditorium. I was in there with Ray and the staff for the documentary. So I'm literally just like a fly on the wall while they were talking about like, put the camera here, do this. Like, I don't even know how I got there. And I'm walking out of the auditorium and I turn around and there is Devon and Jody standing right there. And Devon, like, he fucking scared me. Like, when you turn around the corner, you see a guy way bigger than yourself. You get a little scared when you're sitting there in a dark room. You know what I'm saying? And like, and he was just like a behemoth in front of me. He goes, "Hey, what's up, buddy?" And I was just like, "Oh my God." So I'm there with like Devon, Jody, Ray, and the documentary team, and then I'm just sitting there. And then we go up to the signing room because Ray goes, "You want to meet Ermes?" I'm like, "Sure." I go to the signing room, and I got like, I was so starstruck and nervous. If you actually see the like Engen posted videos like, why are Ermes stats so low? If you look at that video, I'm in that video. And it's just me and all of the like biggest stars of arm wrestling in this room. And I was so nervous, I didn't want to talk to anybody. So I just stood there like this, just like, these guys are all so cool. But it was because I had just gotten there. So it was like, I basically got hit with like the ultimate hit right away. Just like, look at all of them immediately. Um, so then that made it like a little bit easier to see everyone else, because then it was like, you see all of them there, and then you see Georgi later. Okay, I'm not as like intimidated. They're just people, they're normal people. But yeah, like it was like the initial hit of meeting them all is so like surreal. So it won't be as surreal the next time, I guess, but the first time was like I was thrown in at the deep end, man.
Nice, man.
But
Urtzi.
for me, that it was the third time that I was like in a family this time, because all this that Henry was explaining now, it happened to me the first time. This was the third time, and I was like in family, like at home, every time there, because it's it's very how I can say, very familiar all to me, and I was very comfortable there, and all the atmosphere there is it's like be a home for me this time, and it's this sport bring us, this community bring us this atmosphere, because all the athletes and Engin too are very humble people, and you can see each time you go that they are like you are like me, and they don't forget who you are, because they remember you like the last time. Hey, Urtzi, hello, how are you? And they made me very proud to be here, to be there, be like home.
Is this why you've got the mustache, the big handlebar mustache, so immediately identifiable?
Yeah.
Can't forget that.
Yeah.
Man.
For me, obviously, this time, among everything, I would say two things. One of them is funny. I will start with the funny. My friend Urtzi, right? He got an issue with the flights, and he got late for the photo shooting and so on. And when he arrived, obviously he was upset because he missed some of the pictures with the states and so on. And I felt him that he was, a little bit worried and upset and so on, because he missed the chance to have some of the pictures with the athletes. So I went straight to him and hugged him. Hey man, is everything fine? You're here, relax, enjoy. And in that precise moment, they pick up, and then it were exactly. They were doing a live, and they just recorded they record us having a hug, and people on the comments box like gay moment, and then everybody hit it. Something that I even showed to Paul when we were in the bar, and we were just giggling all over because it was hilarious. It was hilarious that moment. But so that's a funny anecdote I'm going to keep of the East versus West. Like, yeah, now we are the couple there. But
Game moment.
Yeah,
That's pretty funny.
But I would say definitely having a training, and I would say that the polling experience, I mean, having a training with a guy, and having the training with the guys and going with lunch with them, and so on. Like one more, that was the real thing for me because that was good. I was, they just say, accepted as part of the crew. I hang out there with them, have a training with them, and so on. And I had a lot of laugh with Paul. So yeah, that's the biggest outcome of the event, aside from the brotherhood moment.
That was cool because I am always joking with that stuff, the gay with the gay terms and with you, and the epic moment was when you hugged me and everybody in the world was that bit and put gay moment.
Hilarious though. That is what it is now. I don't know when I'm coming back to the East vs West as a VIP. I don't know. Normal, we'll say, because it's obviously going to be far more easy. But yeah, guys, we're lucky because we are living historical moments and anecdotes we're able to tell to our grandchildren. So
Yes.
yeah, absolutely, guys. So anyone else would like to add anything? Because if not, we can maybe just wrap up, guys. But definitely, just to let you know, guys, in future, when I have my own podcast with my proper setup and everything running, like going on live and so on, I would really like to have you all time by time to review matches, talk about the stuff, because you're really very nice guys though, and this is part of the experience, guys, and you build friendships and so on. So that's really something cool, and I would really like to have some more chats with you time by time and see how the things going though, because it's good making these friendships.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's been one of my favorite parts of it. I've made like 10 new friends, like
Yeah.
just by existing. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll be sitting down at dinner, you see someone, hey, come join us for dinner, So it's been like great having finally people to talk about with arm wrestling. I'm not just sitting in my cave thinking about it to myself. I now have like a lot of arm wrestling friends. So like, and I've had so many people message me like, "You're famous now, Henry," and all this stuff. So it's been super cool. So yeah.
I might do a t-shirt like this, but with your face. I'm moving to the next event.
Hey, I need a percentage of the sales,
No. Of course, if I do it, it will be just one. I'm not gonna do business with someone else's, brother. But yeah, we can talk about business. Don't worry, we can talk about business.
Yeah, but after this, I'm going on Arm Historian's podcast, if you know him. He
Oh,
messaged me
yeah.
out of the blue. He was like, "Oh, can you talk about your experience?" And I said, "I'll do that, but you need to let me talk about the 13 keys of arm wrestling, my prediction model." He goes, "Okay, fair, I'll do it."
Fair enough.
So
Fair
yeah,
enough.
I showed him the model. He goes, that's actually, kind of cool. So yeah, I hope to like, eventually grow out of being famous just because of my goofy reaction.
Yeah, of
And
course.
maybe I'll be famous for being, a person, right? But for now, I'm enjoying my 15th minute of fame here of people just thinking I'm a goofball, which they're right, So yeah, but anyway,
Yeah,
it's
man.
been amazing. Anyone who's watching, if you're on the fence, go. It's a great
Yeah.
time.
At what time does the podcast start?
Like an hour 45 minutes.
Perfect. I might just watch it though. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, and me and do you guys know Skylar?
Yes.
Yeah, me and him were thinking about making a podcast as well, so I could maybe have some of you guys come on. Because like we have like a funny dynamic between us, and we are able to just like talk about one match for an hour. You know what I'm saying? So like we were thinking that's like probably a good mix. And then I was also thinking of there's so many podcasts you can make about arm wrestling, but I was also thinking about making one just to talk about the keys, because I really do think the keys will become pretty cool in like a year from now. They're not that cool right now because they haven't predicted too much, but they did go 5 for 6 at the latest event, only getting the Alex Canetra prediction wrong, which
Sorry, Henry. What are the keys? What's this? I'm not familiar with this.
I can send you a message of it. It's basically a prediction model with 13 indicators to predict arm wrestling matches.
Oh.
It went
Oh,
5
cool.
for 6 at the latest event, only getting Alex Canetra versus Georgi wrong because he broke his foot. If he didn't break his foot, or if the keys in fact didn't break in the foot, I would have went 6 for 6. And yeah, I'll send it to you after this. It's I come from predicting American elections and predicting movements in financial markets. So
Okay.
and
Send us the info, please. Yeah.
the 13 keys to the arm wrestling comes from the 13 keys to the White House, which comes from predicting earthquakes. So predicting an arm wrestling match in many ways is like predicting an earthquake. There's stability. There's the guy who you think will win. And then there is upheaval when the favorite doesn't win. And you have 13 indicators to try to sift through community perception to predict the true winner of every single match. Once you get past the people's bias and the emotions of recent matches and, oh, there's this training video, it looks past all of that and looks at the big picture of the match to make more educated predictions.
Interesting.
So yeah,
That's very, very interesting, Henry. That's very, very interesting. Absolutely, man.
there's a saying: "Don't be so close to the tree that you can't see the forest."
Yeah.
And that saying right there perfectly describes Devon and Levon in my eyes. Everyone was so close to the tree of Devon that they didn't see the forest of Levon. He's 50% heavier, 10 years or 15 years younger, undefeated super heavyweight world champion. Once you zoom out and you see the big picture, you had to think of Levon as the favorite. But, you know, you could have still believed Devon had some slim shot somewhere. But I think if you look at the forest of the match, it helps you make a much better prediction because you don't get caught up on this or caught up on that. If you look at the big picture, you make a much more educated prediction. You're not always right, but you make a better prediction. So yeah.
No, that was very interesting. That's very, very, very interesting. I will watch that obviously from the podcast, and yeah, send us all the info about it because that's very, very useful. And actually, just to let you know, because we have like 4 minutes, my plan after this is the following. I will just do some edition rather than just boom, post it like this on YouTube and voila. I will do some edition, yeah, no, I'm not gonna put any footage of the matches, but I will do some edition for YouTube, and also I'm gonna take some reels for Instagram, like the 4 of us in vertical layout and so on with our pretty faces. And I think like one of the moments is going to be that one, the 13 keys of arm wrestling. Because that's
absolutely. I'll send you the link, and there's also a Google Doc explaining how the keys are called. I won't get into it because it's a long explanation, but basically you have to call the keys the same way every time. So because of that, it's very important to read the Google Doc to learn how the keys are called properly. Because if you just look at it and then you have your own opinion and then you have your own bias, you're right back to making bad predictions because you aren't going by the big picture. You're having your opinion. So you have to read the Google Doc. You have to learn how to call the keys, and then you can call the keys yourself. It's totally do it at home. You could have your own calls. You can make your own keys. So yeah, but I'll send you the link to all that stuff so you can include it because that's very important to include.
Yeah, this is very, 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 very good piece of information, buddy. So yeah, I will keep you posted, guys, because I will try to edit this as soon as possible to release it on YouTube, and also for the reels and something. For example, maybe the first one I'm gonna do, it will be just straight away with these 13 keys and a bit of funny moments and whatsoever. And yeah, that's it. I will keep you posted, guys. Maybe for the if I do a cool what is called you know, the picture for YouTube videos, what is called
Thumbnail.
Maybe I will do a funny thumbnail with our faces, you know, and call it the Frontline Podcast.
Do this. We all flex. There we go.
Yeah.
Here,
Yeah.
I'll try to out angle right here. Oh my god.
Yeah.
18 inches.
Yeah, strong one.
Strong man.
Back here it looks a little less impressive.
Yeah.
This way.
There we
Yeah.
go.
This way.
Urtzi is so much bigger than me. Oh my god.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, it's been a real pleasure. Thank you for expending this moment of your lives with me in this podcast. I really appreciate it. It's gonna make me famous.
It was a
It was a
pleasure.
real nice moment.
Game moment.
Yeah, sure. But I mean, I respect you, support you, but that's not of my liking, you know. But anyway,
Okay.
jokes aside, no, really, it was nice to talk to you guys. We're gonna keep in touch for sure. That's it, guys. Keep in touch. Be happy. Be healthy. Especially be healthy. I love arm
Take
wrestling.
care.
Say
Tell me about it, man. I'm sick like crazy. So yeah, I'll be healthy.
excellent.
All right.
Henry, I'll send you some memes, my friend. You might enjoy. I've been sending memes to these guys.
Oh yes, please send.
Some arm wrestling memes that I make
Absolutely.
up.
Send
Send
them
all the memes.
You know,
team.
we should make a group chat of like a East versus West 12 group chat.
In
That
this
might be
one, for
fun.
example,
Yeah.
in this one that
and
I
we can add
create.
a few people. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
All right. Great meeting you guys. See you guys
That's
around.
it. Sempre brachialis, guys. See
Cheers,
you.
boys.
Bye bye.
Take care.